Tough loss for our guys. Proud of them. They showed a lot of fight, a lot of heart. Did some really good things tonight. Outrushed them, outthrew them, out first downed them, but we didn't score more points than they did. That was because of the turnover margin. We lost turnover margin 2-0. Tough to do that against a team that's a 6-0 highly ranked team. It's tough to overcome that. We weren't our usual selves in the red zone. We were one of the best red zone teams in the country up until tonight, and tonight we just couldn't quite find the way to get it in the end zone. When you have almost 500 yards of offense and 21 points to show for it, that's means that something's not going well for you in the red zone. Weren't very good on fourth down. I think we were 1 of 5 on fourth downs, and so it was. They made the plays tonight. They made the plays they needed to make. We didn't match that, and like I said, it boils down to the turnover margin, the red zone production, and the fourth downs. So questions.
Coach, of the two red zone opportunities, fourth down, why not kick the field goal there?
Analytics was well inside the analytics to go, well inside, 3 yards inside the analytics, and so. Unless you tell me to go against the analytics, that's why.
Do you have to adjust that given the game and the matchup here?
No.
Do you like to play calling though?
Yeah, thought we racked up almost 500 yards. Yeah, so.
I mean, on the fourth downs.
Oh, sure, I got no problem with the play calling. Yeah, on those.
About the one where it was maybe the field goal that was missed, as BYU called a timeout, then you brought your offense back on. What was you thinking with that?
The analytics there said to go for it as well, but we were going to kick it initially, and then we had a change of heart.
Kyle, you talked about cutting back on penalties. Today obviously wasn't that. Where's kind of been the discipline there, or where's that been?
Yeah, that was, we've been good, really good penalty-wise, except for 2 football games. And other than that, we have been, I think we're 4th in the league, at least penalized, 4th or 5th in the league. And so there's just been a couple games where it seems to snowball on us, and tonight was one of those 2 games. And there were some really damaging penalties there.
Kyle, Devin did most of the design quarterback runs in the first half, and in the second half you guys opted for Bird most of those plays. Was there strategy behind that? Was Devin hampered by an ankle? I mean, just walk me through that.
Yeah, we felt you'd have to ask Devin about how he was feeling, but we just trying to get a spark, and Bird is a really good runner, and we had a package specifically for him with Devin on the field at the same time, a 2 quarterback package, and so we decided, in the second half that was something that we wanted to go to.
How do you handle the highs and lows? I mean, last week you're high, teams were
Yeah.
low, now this week it's reversed.
Good question. It's part of the deal, and you go from elation to devastation in a 7-day period of time, and back and forth, but that's what you sign up for. I mean, that's the nature of this business.
What kind of got away from the defense there in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, well, it was disappointing. We took this lead 17-14, and then just seemed like in the blink of an eye they were back in the lead at 21-17. We didn't play the quarterback run game. That QB draw really was damaging. Was it 3rd and a lot, and you got the QB draw down there in the red zone. So we just didn't play as well as we needed to.
Coach, Utah's dropped the last 3 to BYU now. Does that add any motivation or influence your thinking on coming back and coaching this rivalry again next year?
No, we won 9 in a row before that, so we're still on the very plus side of that ledger.
Mana Carvalho muffs that punt. Can you kind of walk us through what happened there?
Yeah, I talked to Mana, and he's a very prideful young man and cares tremendously about the team and his role, and he just felt the ball was floating. His exact words, he thought it was coming deeper than it was, and then it took a nosedive, he said. Just as all of a sudden it just dipped and caught him by surprise and consequently mishandled it.
How much did the loss of Lander Barton hurt you guys?
Well, he's a really good player, so it certainly didn't help, but the refs took a look and thought it was targeting, and so it was, that was the end of Lander's night. But yeah, he's a really good player. You don't want to be without, any of your good players. I mean, that's
Time for two more.
I'm sure it might have been frustrating. You might have had Bachmeyer sacked there,
Yeah.
and then he gets out. Then the penalty
exactly.
happens.
That was a huge swing of events. We had the sack and had him behind the sticks, or would have had him behind the sticks, and then Lander had to come clean it up and got called. Like I said, it was, I guess it was questionable whether it was or not, but they decided it was. So.
Kyle, you guys went in tempo in that late touchdown. Was there ever any consideration to go tempo?
Yeah, we did some
earlier in the
tempo
game?
earlier. Yeah, we did some tempo earlier too. And so, yeah.
Do you feel like there's any similarities between this game and Texas Tech game where it was close and then you kind of gave up a lot in the fourth quarter?
Well, not to the extent of that one. That one was much more dramatic in the way it happened. We eventually we closed it to 24-21, so we had a shot at the end. We didn't execute the onside kick very well, but at least we had a shot at the end. Whereas in the Texas Tech game, we didn't have a shot.
All right, that'll be it.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Kyle.